From family events to volunteer opportunities to community happenings, there is a lot going on in your community. Learn about all the possibilities and opportunities on this episode of Community Hotline.
Community Hotline. My name is Monica Weitzel, and we're here at Metro East Community Media in Gresham, Oregon. Tonight, we're going to talk first with Friends of Trees. It's a great organization in the local Portland area and beyond. So tonight, to talk with us about that is Whitney Dorer. Welcome, Whitney.
Thanks.
And David Odom. Thanks for being here. Now, you're both staff with Friends of Trees. So, Whitney, I hear you're the boss lady.
Boss lady, yeah, officially.
Okay. What? Tell me a little bit about the history of Friends of Trees, how it started, and what the purpose of your organization is.
Sure. So we started about 22 years ago. This is going
Wow.
into our 22nd planting season, which is really exciting.
I'm amazed. I had no idea it had been around that long.
Yeah, and we were started by someone named Richard Seidman. He wanted to create a community building organization, and he decided to use trees as the tool. So, focusing on community building, but also getting more trees in the ground. And
Can't be a bad thing, huh?
No, having neighbors meeting one another, and so we've been doing that for 22 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long have you been with Friends of Trees?
This is going on my 5th planting season.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. So do you think the people that become involved and volunteer with Friends of Trees, are they mostly interested in the tree aspect of it or the community building aspect of it?
I think we definitely have a both.
Both?
Yeah, we have some people who are there solely for the tree purpose. They're horticulturists, they are botanists or arborists, and they want to be there to get more trees in the ground and teach people about the actual science behind trees.
Right.
And then we also have people who don't know anything about trees but want to be there to meet their neighbors and make a great lunch for our neighbors after the planting event. So,
nice.
A whole array of different volunteers.
David, how long have you been involved?
This is going into my 3rd planting season.
Third planting. So at Friends of Trees, it's all about the planting season, obviously.
It's all about the planting season.
It's all about the planting season.
And we are just ramping up our planting season. We just had our second planting last weekend, just a few days ago, past Saturday.
What neighborhood was that in?
That was in Selwood, Eastmoreland, and Brooklyn neighborhoods down in southeast Portland. And we also use that as our training. So we train our crew leaders who then go out and train people how to plant trees. So I'm involved with the training. I'm a certified arborist, and I train people that are interested in becoming trained to plant trees. So we train the trainer.
You train the trainer. Okay, so tell me how this works. If somebody wants to be a volunteer with Friends of Trees, and they want to be involved with the planting, what are some of the volunteer opportunities, and what kind of training do they have to go through, and what's involved?
There's loads of opportunities to be involved volunteering with Friends of Trees. If they specifically want to be involved with the planting, all they need to do is literally show up to the planting day, which you can find at friendsoftrees.org/calendar. And we have 22 or so plantings coming up between November and April, through
When you
April.
say plantings, you're talking about different neighborhoods?
Different
Not
neighborhoods.
individual trees. We're talking about a whole bunch of trees in individual neighborhoods.
Individual neighborhoods. Actually, we group neighborhoods, like the early one had
like
Selwood.
Brooklyn, and Eastmoreland, yeah.
So we group them together based on geography and how many trees that we think we're going to be able to plant on that particular planting day. Planting day is always Saturdays, usually about 9 to 1. And folks can, if they're interested in planting, they can just show up. If they'd like to get a little more skill development and internal to our organization, they can show up and become a crew leader with us, which happens early season, like I just mentioned the other week. There's another training coming up the 19th in Vancouver, because we do a lot of planting in Vancouver, actually. So we're training more crew leaders up there. And then there's also folks that can volunteer to bring refreshments or help at the staging site. There's folks that can drive to the nursery the day before and pick up the tree stock. We buy all of our trees from nurseries all within about 100 miles of us. Nice. So it's all Willamette Valley grown plants. And that being said, last year we had about 3,000 individual volunteer contacts, individual volunteers that put about 30,000 hours of volunteers into our volunteer hours into our organization.
That's a lot.
That's the equivalent of about 150 full-time employees.
That's huge. So about how many crew leaders do you have?
Right around 200.
Wow. Yeah. So what's the area that you serve? Friends of Trees. I mean, what area does?
Yeah, so we serve the Portland metro area. We serve anywhere from, you know, the more east neighborhoods in Portland, and then also up to Vancouver, and even including some Beaverton plantings.
You ever come out to the Gresham area?
You know, we did 2 years ago, and actually last year we had a couple of plantings out in Gresham.
Good.
And they were really nice. Yeah.
Well, I live in Portland, but if I lived in Gresham and I wanted to have new trees put in my front yard, and I wanted to go through Friends of Trees, would you be able to do that? Do you have to wait till there's a certain number of people in that area that want to have trees, or how does that work?
Yeah, well, we do have one volunteer position that David didn't mention called a neighborhood coordinator. And this person is someone who's very important to Friends of Trees. They are the link between Friends of Trees and the actual neighborhood that they live in. And so we have different neighborhood coordinators for all the different neighborhoods we work in. And when we do want to expand to a new neighborhood, we ask that somebody from that neighborhood become a neighborhood coordinator and get their neighbors involved so that we have enough trees to plant and make it a successful planting.
That's a lot involved, isn't there, to get that? You know, and I was sharing with you earlier that my daughter had a couple of trees planted with Friends of Trees about a year and a half ago, and you know, the whole family came out, and we planted trees for her and for other people in her neighborhood. Got to meet some of her neighbors that she didn't know, and she lives in the house that she grew up in, and so and I don't live there anymore, but I got to meet some of the neighbors too, and it was a really, really fun experience, and we were lucky it was a nice day, and because that doesn't always happen, I'm sure. So do you plant? Well, tell me about your planting seasons. How? All year long, certain times of year? What is it?
Generally from November through April, occasionally into May, but generally we like to be done by April. The planting season in the Pacific Northwest, at least in the maritime climate of the Pacific Northwest, is best when it's raining. The trees are dormant, so they're not going to go through as much as a transplant shock as they would if they were full leaf in the middle of summer. And then they get irrigated all winter long. The ground's easier to dig unless it's frozen. It's easier to dig when it's wet. And so we plant the trees. The trees then wake up in the spring. They start budding and throwing roots out, and they're establishing much quicker than a tree if we were trying to plant it full leaf in the middle of the hottest day in July.
And you being an arborist should know that, right?
So we plant primarily in the winter.
Okay.
And last year we planted about 4,600 trees, which is an enormous amount of trees.
It surely is.
And we had and we also have another volunteer role as a summer inspector, where we again train folks to go out and look at all the 4,600 trees that we have planted.
Really?
We trained about 130 people last year to do that. And we have
after they've been planted, they're following up on it.
Yeah, we're following up with each and every tree we try and get to. And we had a success rate of 97%.
That's wonderful. That's very impressive.
Which is a very impressive survivability rate, sometimes it's even better than commercial.
Well, you get very good instructions. And speaking of planting trees, we have a video that you brought, and it is, I think this would be a good time to show that so we can show other people how they can plant their trees.
Yeah,
okay, let's take a look at that now.
Okay.
Friends of trees, we aim to please. Plant the right tree in your yard from gray to green. We change your scene, it's super easy, it's not hard.
Planting a tree is fun and easy, as long as you know what you're doing. When you plant with Friends of Trees, our trained crew leaders will show you step by step. But what if you're not planting with Friends of Trees? This video will show you how. Be sure to remove any plastic tags and prune off any broken branches.
Oh, great.
First, you'll need to know how big to dig the hole. For balled and burlap trees, carefully loosen the burlap and then dig down until you find the top root or root flare. Now dig a hole just as deep as that top root and twice as wide as the root ball. As you dig, keep the grass on one side and the soil on the other. Check for proper planting depth by measuring the height of the first major root against the initial hole depth using a stake or tool handle. Adjust your planting hole as needed to ensure that the top root will be level with the top of the surrounding soil. Score the sides of the hole so roots can penetrate. Now set the tree in the hole using the burlap. If there's a small wire basket, you can remove that prior to putting the tree in the hole. But if it's a big one, you'll want to cut it off once it's in the hole. Now carefully remove the burlap by rocking the tree to one side, tucking the burlap under, and then rocking the tree to the other side and pulling the burlap out. Be careful not to break the root ball during this process. Now straighten the tree and support it with some soil down at the bottom. You can compact this soil a little bit. Now finish adding soil, breaking up any big chunks, and don't compact too much. We use the grass and any remaining soil to create a berm around the outside. If you can get rid of the grass, that's even better. Now add 5 to 10 gallons of water, letting it soak in slowly. Then add a couple inches of mulch, but make sure the mulch doesn't touch the trunk of the tree. At Friends of Trees, we stake every tree we plant. This protects it a little bit from cars and lawnmowers and holds it upright in any heavy windstorms. When we tie the knot, we make sure it's very loose, giving the tree a little bit of flexibility so it knows that it needs to grow a strong root system. At Friends of Trees, we add a sticker reminding the homeowner how to maintain the tree and telling the neighbors what type of tree it is. And now there's only one last step: dance.
Aim to please, plant the right tree in your yard from gray to green. We'll change your scene. It's super easy, it's not hard.
Want to improve your neighborhood? Plant a tree. Log on to friendsoftrees.org to find the right tree for your yard. So come on, plant it, Portland.
And Vancouver, too!
I love the dancing. The dancing is great. So tell me, David, you're the arborist. How important is the dance and song at the end of the planting to the survival of the tree?
The tree dance is vital. It's vital to community building more than the tree's health.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I guess that's...
Yeah, it's more important because it helps. I mean, one of the things that we do is we really build community. Like you were talking about when you planted, you met neighbors and you were at the house that you've known for a long time and met the new people. And, you know, it's really about building community. We just build community through trees. And so some folks end up dancing.
I love it. That's fun.
And they're also getting dirt off the bottom of their shoes at the same time.
Well, that's so smart.
Yeah.
So Whitney, there are plantings coming up. Which ones do you have coming up soon?
Yeah, so we've got a bunch of plantings from now until April, and they can be found at friendsoftrees.org/calendar. We do have a couple that we want to highlight, though. On January 14th, we've got a planting in the Lentz and Powellhurst-Gilbert neighborhoods.
Out this way.
On the 28th of January, we have a Centennial, Hazelwood, and Mill Park planting. And then in March, we have a planting in Argay, Park Rose Heights, Russell, Sumner, and Wilkes.
So East County is being served by Friends of Trees.
Definitely.
Good deal.
And that last planting in March is a really special one in that we're offering free trees to all of those neighborhoods.
Really?
So anyone who's in one of those neighborhoods and is interested in free.
So which neighborhoods were those again? Better repeat those.
It was Argay, Park Rose Heights, Russell, Sumner, and Wilkes.
Okay.
And those trees are free street trees.
That's amazing.
And $35 for yard trees.
Free street trees and $35 for yard trees. What a great deal.
Yeah, it's very affordable.
Trees are very, very expensive.
And we have really high quality. Like I mentioned before, all of our nurseries are local, and you know the Oregon Nursery Association Oregon Association of Nurseries is a fantastic group, and there's a really great, tremendous amount of quality growers here in the state of Oregon, specifically the Willamette Valley. And so for $35, you're getting a really well-grown tree. You're supporting the local economy with jobs, you know, and the shipping and the growing of the tree.
It's good for our air quality.
Good for the air quality, good for the water quality. You know, it shades pavement, it shades your house. You'll use less energy when you're
Added
air
value to your
conditioning.
house, better curb appeal.
It increases the
it.
value of your property.
Good.
Yep. There's social scientists that study children that have a view of a tree outside of a school, that they learn and retain knowledge better.
Really?
Folks that are in hospitals will recover more quickly if they have a view of a tree outside of a window. There's all sorts of benefits of
Better
trees.
than a dumpster, you think?
Better than a dumpster.
Okay, just checking. So I know when my daughter planted, they got American smoke trees, which I didn't even know what they were, but right now they're absolutely gorgeous. They're orange and they're beautiful. How many different kinds of trees do you have to plant?
It's
Do
a
people
great
get a choice?
question.
Or?
Yep, they have a choice.
Okay.
If it's for their planting strip, so the area between the back of the curb and the sidewalk, that's the planting strip. It depends on the width of that planting strip, so
Okay.
anything as narrow as 2.5 feet wide up. Some neighborhoods in Portland are blessed with 8-foot wide planting strips, so
Wow.
those are giant. The other factor that goes into tree selection is the presence or absence of overhead utility wires.
Yes.
So if there's specifically electrical wires, the electric utility is required by federal law to eliminate the conflict of trees growing
That
into the
makes
lines.
sense,
And so we are working with, sort of a concept of right tree in the right place. So to put shorter growing trees under wires, and
you
so they
make the
don't have to get up in there.
recommendations or tell them what their options
So we
are.
have filled lists,
Oh, okay,
and so it
good.
depends on the width and the height that they can go. And there's, I think 6 or 7 different lists of trees, and we have 110 different tree species.
Wow. You know what? We're already out of time. And I have so many more questions. So just tell me, first of all, if people want to get involved with Friends of Trees, go to your website.
Best place for it, yeah.
Okay.
Friendsoftrees.org.
And they can sign up. And then I understand if they want to be part of the plantings for this year, they need to sign up by December 5th, I think.
Yeah, I would say, for that first planting in the Lentz and Pelhurst-Gilbert neighborhood, signing up online by December would be great so that
Okay.
we can get them ready.
Good. I'm sorry this went so fast because I have a lot more questions, but thank you, David and Whitney, so much for
Yeah.
being on the show tonight. If you're interested in Friends of Trees, the information will be on your screen. You can take a look at their website. You can get involved as a volunteer. You can get a wonderful tree, and if you're in one of those neighborhoods in March, you might be able to get a free tree. So don't go away. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with Community Hotline.
Everyone needs a helping hand at some time or another.
A hand up, not a handout.
Who would you turn to if you couldn't pay your rent and were facing eviction?
Who would help you if your power got turned off?
Who would you call if you didn't have anywhere to sleep?
You may not need help, but someone out there does.
Help families in need in your community. Call Human Solutions.
Human Solutions.
503-548-0200.
Does your school have an art program? Have you ever thought about the importance of art education? Through art, students uncover unique ways to understand the world around them. Through art, students discover different approaches to learning. Through art, students can reveal their full potential. Art does have a place in schools. To learn more about art advocacy and how to help prevent art from being brushed aside, contact the Oregon Art Education Association.
A place to grow,
To learn,
To be happy.
To interact.
to play,
To observe.
To live. Parks enhance the health and quality of life in our communities. Support your local parks. People for Parks, East County.
The League of Women Voters makes history.
Our country would not be the same without their dedication.
Formed by women who organized to win women the right to vote.
It is now a co-ed organization.
Studying, informing, and acting.
Nonpartisan.
Grassroots.
Influential.
Taking political stands on many issues.
The League of Women Voters encourages all citizens to be informed and active in government. Join the League of Women Voters of East Multnomah County in making its history today.
Volunteers are the cornerstone of local communities, and they enjoy the satisfaction that comes from being part of something larger than themselves. Multnomah County invites citizens to participate in projects that benefit the greater good of our residents.
No matter where your interests lay, there is a volunteer opportunity for you. From helping families through hard times, to working on a citizen advisory board, to making your neighborhood the place you want to live. The opportunities are endless.
Through offering your time and talents, you can help provide programs and services that benefit all of us. You have the potential to make Multnomah County a better place to work, play, and live.
Volunteering builds skills, provides insight into professions, and engages people in important actions. It shapes both you and your community. Plus, volunteering is fun.
To get involved, contact the Office of Citizen Involvement. Go to citizenweb.org. Shape your community. Volunteer.
Hi, I'm Luke Perry. You're watching Metro East. Over 25 years of great community media.
Alone, our reach is limited. No matter how great our intentions, on our own, we can only stretch so far. But at Rotary, we believe the right group of people working together can make our communities, our world, a better place. Rotary, humanity in motion.
Hi, and welcome back to Community Hotline. My name is Monica Weitzel, and we're here at Metro East Community Media in Gresham, Oregon. And with me today, I have a couple of people who are very involved in the Gresham community. I have with me Jeff Ettinger, who is the Executive Director of the Gresham Downtown Development Association, also known as GDA.
Yep.
And Carrie Floyd, the President of the Historic Downtown Gresham Business Association.
Hello,
it's a
thank you.
mouthful. Mouthfuls.
It is a mouthful.
But both very active organizations in Gresham.
Yes.
Tell me just real quickly, Carrie, what exactly does the Historic Downtown Gresham Business Association do?
We like to promote businesses that are centered in historic downtown. And historic downtown is basically boundaries are Powell to Division, Eastman Parkway to Cleveland.
Okay.
Those will be your core businesses. Obviously, historic downtown, hence the name historic, has a lot of older buildings. A lot of buildings have been revamped into different businesses over the years. There's a lot of history.
Mm-hmm.
People will always come in and tell you, so-and-so used to be here and used to do this. So there's a lot of history in that, and we like to build on that. We like the community to come down and visit us and see what we have to offer, as opposed to some of the bigger chain stores. So those are our boundaries, and that's what we focus on mostly.
It's a great little downtown area.
It is
I really like it.
It is
so
really cool.
You obviously also like the downtown area in Gresham.
I do very much. And at the Gresham Downtown Development Association, our goal is to promote the economic vitality and encourage new development in historic downtown and in civic neighborhood. That's where our boundaries exist.
So we do that. You're both probably doing a pretty good job, because it seems like the economy is doing pretty good there. I mean, there's new businesses always coming in.
You'll see lots of new businesses, especially in this probably the last 6 months, a year. There have been a lot of changes. We don't have near as many vacancies as we have had in a couple of years past. And so it's been really exciting. We've got a new candy store. We have a couple new antique stores.
iCandy,
yeah. So we have some really great variety happening, and everyone seems to be really excited about it. And civic neighborhood is the same way, which encompasses Gresham Station. There's been a lot of changes there as well, and all of those tend to be very advantageous for the community.
They're very complementary to each other.
Good,
exactly.
Good. Now, together, you are promoting an event, an annual event, the Spirit of Christmas.
Indeed.
We are.
How long has this been going on?
This will be the 20th anniversary of the Spirit of Christmas.
So this is a big deal.
Big deal.
20
it's a
years.
big deal. It's been 20 years.
So what do you have planned?
I'm going to let you
we
start
have
with
a
that.
myriad of activities planned.
Myriad of activities.
Yeah.
Myriad of activities, indeed.
We have a bunch of local performers and local groups. There's two areas that we're going to be having activities. One of them is in our historic downtown. There'll be a stage at 3rd and Main. And we'll have some local groups, some choir groups.
Well, I think we have a picture of maybe one of the groups. So maybe
we do.
Maybe we can bring that picture up of it's a community choir. Is that right? So how many different groups do you have perform? Is it groups or individuals or just all sorts of talent?
There's a variety of talent, and we run from noon until approximately 5 o'clock when Santa arrives. So about every half hour, every hour, we'll be switching up for different activities, whether it's a contest, whether it's a show, whether it's a choir singing. There's lots of things coming and going.
And what's this picture of?
This is, I think this is Bella Cupcake. She did decorate your own cupcakes last year.
Oh, okay.
And I would think that Debbie was doing that again, but we'll have to be sure to confirm with her if that is indeed the case. She's located down by Lillian's, the new grocery store that's located
and right
on
next door to KZME, which is our new radio station.
Yes, that's right. Yes, she's in that same new building there.
Yes, yes.
This is the Jingle Pup contest. They bring their
that
looks great for dogs, aren't they great?
And this is our 3rd annual event of Jingle Pups, and this year we're very proud to announce that Abigail and Abigail's owner, Terry Lynn, from the local TV series Adventures, or Tales of
Abigail,
will be our local judges and hosts.
Oh,
so
how fun.
That's going to be an exciting stint on this year's program.
I got one of the copies of those. I give it to my daughter's godson, and
they're pretty fun.
Yeah. Actually, she's doing really well, isn't she?
She's done a great job with that.
Yeah.
And that will kick off at 4 o'clock on that Saturday.
Okay, so this is taking place a different date than the past, right?
Yes.
Yeah. One of the things that we did this year was we really tried to get the community involved and get their feedback on what things were successful at the Spirit of Christmas in the past and what weren't. And one of the things that Carrie and I heard was that the date was not. It wasn't a great date.
It was Thanksgiving weekend, wasn't it?
It used to be,
after Thanksgiving, which
the
is
Saturday
difficult.
After Thanksgiving.
People are traveling.
Yeah.
Right.
So this year
there's a lot of competition.
We've moved it to December 3rd. So Saturday, December 3rd.
Yeah, that should be much better.
So it'll be the first Saturday in December.
Good.
And the event itself actually kicks off at noon. There will be stage activities, various store activities, a lot of things happening in historic downtown until approximately 5 o'clock. Santa will then arrive.
Yeah, we also have a bunch of activities at Gresham Station, our civic neighborhood.
I remember that from last year. You had at both sides, downtown and at Gresham Station. And did you not have some way to get back and forth between?
Last time we had a way to get back and forth. This time we're not.
We're going to let them handle that themselves.
Okay.
Yeah. It's one of those things. Again, you weigh the pros and cons on whether it's advantageous if the community uses it, and they really weren't using it to the best that we thought was best for them.
It's not a bad walk.
And it's a short.
Frankly,
it's really not
a bad walk.
And it's really not.
Yeah.
And you can go back and forth. And if you timed it right, you could probably hit all the activities at both areas and still hit the plaza for the lighting of the tree.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so the lighting of the tree. Tell me about that. Have you done this every year? You've had the tree lighting?
It used to be. The history of it, the tree used to actually be on Main Street down by East Hill Church.
A cut tree?
It's a live tree. We have since been losing that tree. And so when the plaza came on board 3 years ago, I believe, maybe 2 years ago, we then planted a tree on the plaza as our historic downtown Christmas tree, and we lit that tree. However, this year
we're very excited to announce that we'll be lighting the big tree on the Center for the Arts Plaza. So this is a 60-foot pine.
Wow, that'll be impressive.
A statement, yeah.
It will send a statement, and it's what the community has asked for in the past. It's what they have wanted to see. Honestly, it's what people thought was going to happen initially. But with the development of that particular property being where it's at, it now seems like the time to take advantage of that tree being there. So that's the one that will be lit, and it could be very exciting.
And our sponsors have helped make things like this happen.
Who are your sponsors for this?
So our main sponsor is Gresham Station, and they have been integral to the success of this program for the last, I believe,
At least the last
at least
maybe
3
4 years.
And they spend a significant amount of time, resources, and money to help make it successful.
Some of their people volunteer to work at the event.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. They're very instrumental in what we can and can't accomplish.
Yeah. Mirta Meyer and Kelsey Gordon, both with Westlake Realty, who manage Gresham Station, spend hours and hours with us.
Nice.
And they're just fantastic. The city of Gresham is also a big sponsor of ours this year, and they're helping orchestrate some of the tree lighting as well.
Oh,
so
good.
That'll be great.
It will be great. We also have all the trees lit in downtown. People love that.
You'll
do. You'll see all the trees lit up. You'll see all the lampposts wrapped with garland and bows. And we have a new window painter who's coming through to make sure all of our windows are all set for the holiday season.
I think downtown Gresham is really cute anyway. You know, I was driving through recently with a friend of mine who'd never been there. She says, this is really cute. I could come back here. I said, well, yeah, you should. But yeah, when it's lit up for Christmas, that's really special.
It's charming.
It is charming. Charming is exactly the word for it. Yes. So, okay, we have the kicks off with the.
So we have some.
Tell me the rundown of how this all works from start to finish.
Okay, so basically it kicks off at noon, and we have performances in both at Gresham Station and downtown.
Okay.
And we close off Main Street, parts of Main Street downtown and 3rd, and we have a stage up there, and we have a bunch of local groups. We'll have a community choir. We've got a Main Street fashion show that'll be happening with some of our local stores.
It should be kind of fun. Yeah, I believe All About Kids will be participating in that as well.
That'll be fun.
We will be also hosting in-store activities, so you can make a craft at a certain store. You can pick up a treat. You can have a sale.
So get everybody involved, and then you're also going into these different stores that maybe you hadn't gone into before.
Exactly. And there's probably plenty of stores that people have not had the opportunity to visit, perhaps this last year or so. That will be interesting to see what they have to offer for the holiday season. It should be fun. And then Santa will arrive at 5.
So Santa will arrive at 5, and Santa usually arrives in style. We're not exactly sure how he's going to do it this year, but it will be a statement.
Good.
So that'll be something that we all have to look forward to.
And does Santa take the time to talk with the kids?
He will, yes. And then Radio Disney will kick off at the Plaza at approximately 5:15, 5:20.
Is that a performance?
It is. They come in and they really get the crowd going. The kids love to see, obviously, because it is Radio Disney. And then we will have our Mr. Greg Matthews will be emceeing. Is that correct?
Mr. Greg Matthews will be emceeing.
He always does a really good job.
He does a good job.
He's the go-to
guy.
Yeah, you can count on Greg.
Exactly. And then Santa will remain after the lighting of the tree. He will remain for pictures on the plaza.
Oh, fun.
Which will be nice also.
And our great mayor will be lighting the tree this year.
Mr. Bemis.
Yes.
Good. Wonderful.
He will flip the switch to make that happen.
Good.
One of the things that we want to make sure that we mention is that if people are interested in coming to 1 or 2 activities or the entire show, that they can go to our website where we have a list of the activities and a schedule with the times and everything.
Perfect.
And they can get a bunch more information there. So
it's just the one day.
It's the one day, Saturday, December 3rd.
From noon to
approximately 6:30, 7 o'clock. Because obviously it's crazy. It gets dark so early now.
It does. And if you have kids, which kids really like this kind of stuff, by the end of that day, they need to go home. They need to go home.
As will I.
Yes.
They will be exhausted, as will Santa, I believe.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of work to do later that night.
Sure. Well, he's got this season coming up. That's right. So the website is.
The website is www.gdda.org.
Okay, so it's
and you can find the Christmas page on gdda.org.
Okay, and I think we'll probably have that on the screen too. But I just needed to know so I can go check it out. So I can go check it out. So, what's your favorite part of it?
My favorite part is the families.
Yeah.
For me, it's all about the kids, but I own the store All About Kids, so that makes it a little more difficult.
There you go.
So that's not really fair to say, but it is all about the kids and the arrival of Santa. It's really fun to watch them see that happen. They like to come down. I like to see the families come down and check us all out and see again what we have to offer. And again, celebrating 20 years is a big deal for us.
It is a big deal. Now you have this here. Is this something I should know about? Is this just a decoration to bring us in the spirit of Christmas?
I believe it's just a
decoration
really to bring us in the spirit. They try to get me to wear a hat, but I'm not wearing a Santa hat.
Well, there's also this ornament. You have ornaments every year. Is that right?
We've had an ornament, yes.
Maybe we can get the camera to, if we can get a picture of this ornament. This is
from 2008.
Yes. And this is a beautiful ornament. And they're all scenes from the Gresham area?
Yes. They've become quite the collector's item.
Yeah.
This year, it's a secret, and we'll be announcing what this year's ornament is and the design on the 17th of this month when we decorate the big tree in the plaza.
Wonderful.
So we'll have a press conference then and announce and show what the ornament is.
Yeah. So it's under wraps in the meantime.
Good. I'll be anxious to see what it is, because this one's really pretty.
They do turn out really pretty.
Yeah, this one represents downtown Gresham.
And for those that are interested or who do collect the ornament, this year, since it is the 20th anniversary, we've managed to find a couple packages of all 20 years of ornaments.
Oh, really?
And we'll have those for sale as
I think they're great collectibles.
They do.
Portland does a similar one, and I had collected them from my mother, and I think she has every year.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a great
and
idea.
so people could do this with the Gresham if they're lucky enough to get the past 20 years. Then that's a great thing to start.
That's a great statement.
Yeah,
and
that's
you can
pretty
catch
cool.
up this year.
And that's right.
But only a few.
Only a few.
Exist, so.
The Gresham Historical Society will be open that day as well. They always have a selection of them, and Santa will be on deck for pictures also during that day.
Santa is going to be
He's
exhausted.
Very busy. Yes, he's a very busy man. And this Historical Society has some big changes coming in the new year. So we appreciate the fact that they have postponed those things until January so that they will be open through the holidays. So it will be really nice to see them. Then they will close down, do some remodeling, and open back up later in 2012. So the ornaments will be available as well as Santa pictures on the day of the event.
Good.
And Santa will be there every Saturday through December. I heard a rumor to have his picture taken.
Wow.
So
okay.
That's the rumor that I heard.
That's the rumor you heard.
Will be there every Saturday.
You probably have a connection, huh?
Yeah. I don't know. People tell me stuff.
Well, we're just about out of time. Is there anything else we need to know about the spirit of Christmas?
I think I just want to make sure that people know that they can go to our website if they need further information, that the date is December 3rd. So it's a new date this year. Be sure
Not
to show
Thanksgiving
up then.
weekend,
Yeah.
the first weekend in September. December.
And I do want to make sure that I mention some of our other sponsors, because without them, this wouldn't be able to happen.
Absolutely.
So we also have United Rentals as a big participant and very helpful to us. The Gresham Chamber of Commerce, the Historic Downtown Gresham Business Association, Carrie's organization, Bocelli's Restaurant.
They'll be hosting a Santa's breakfast.
They will. They'll have a Santa's breakfast that morning, which is a fun activity for families and kids.
It's good food. I just ate there a couple weeks ago. It was really good.
Yeah, and you can go to their website for that information as well. Gresham Ford is also a great supporter of us. Bella Cupcakes, Pediatric Therapy Services, TryLocalFirst.org, Riegelman's Appliance, where we're going to have a cooking show for seasoned dishes. Kohler Myers O'Halloran and Sue O'Halloran and her family. Gresham Memorial Chapel, Christina Price at Edward Jones Financial, and All About Kids. And without them, I mean, again, this wouldn't be possible.
Wonderful.
So we're very thankful for all their support.
Well, thank you both for coming on the show tonight and telling us all about the spirit of Christmas. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun this year, and I think it is every year, but every year a little bit better. That's 20 years. It's a big thing to celebrate.
So. And a 60-foot tree. It should be a great day.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you.
If you want to go to Spirit of Christmas, if you want to be part of the celebration here in East County, be sure to check out their website, gudda.org, GDDA, and you can get all the details there. It's December 3rd, so be sure to put that on your calendar. And don't go away. We'll be right back with the Metro Toy Drive. We'll be talking more about the holidays coming up.
¿Están listos?
Free GED classes.
Are you ready? Clases gratis de inglés.
Yo estoy lista.
Transportation for free.
I'm ready.
clases gratis de computación. ¿Qué listos?
We're ready.
Come to Listos. If we can do it, you can do it.
Volunteers are the cornerstone of local communities, and they enjoy the satisfaction that comes from being part of something larger than themselves. Multnomah County invites citizens to participate in projects that benefit the greater good of our residents.
Help provide services to thousands of your neighbors. Sound impossible? 1,700 members of your community are already doing this, and so much more, by volunteering with Multnomah County Library.
Library volunteers help their neighbors by teaching computer skills, shelving materials, and promoting literacy in the community. The library provides a wide array of services, including lending popular books and DVDs, computer access, and life-enriching activities.
Give a neighbor a helping hand and spend a couple hours a week at the library, making your community a better place.
To find out more about this volunteer opportunity, visit their website. To explore other volunteer opportunities, contact the Office of Citizen Involvement. Shape your community.
Vienna Star was my guardian angel when my life was in shambles. They helped me find counseling and shelter.
Vienna Star is great. They helped us pay our utility bills.
And find health resources.
I'm in college now because Vienna Star helped me find scholarships so I could put myself through school.
Call 503-823-4000 to find out if Vienna Star can help you.
Gracias, Vienna Star.
This is the story about a group of kids who volunteered.
Doing something nice for someone. We fixed stuff. Did some art projects with the kids.
We fixed up his house.
We worked in the woods.
Cleaned up the park. Did something for the planet.
We just did it.
No other reason.
And you know what? It was great.
At first, they didn't know each other.
Well, that didn't last long.
This guy is really funny.
Me? These are my new friends.
Are you into it? Call 4-H or check out our website at areyouintoit.
Hi, and welcome back to Community Hotline. I'm Monica Weitzel, and we're here at Metro East Community Media. And don't forget, Community Hotline is on Facebook, so be sure to like us there. And while you're there, you might also want to like the Metro Toy Drive. With us tonight from the Metro Toy Drive, we have Wee Nguyen, who is the Executive Director of the Metro Toy Drive. Thank you for being on again.
So awesome to be here.
Thank you. And Metro Toy Drive's Child Hero, which is a pretty important title, Michaela Herring. Did I pronounce that right? Okay, good. Nice to have you here, Michaela. So, let me start with you for a minute. Those who've been watching Community Hotline know a little bit about Metro Toy Drive. You were originally the Portland Metro Toy Drive. Now we're Metro Toy Drive because you're expanding already. You're doing big things. And I know you want to talk specifically about an event you have coming up, but give us a little bit of background about the Metro Toy Drive, what it is you do.
Sure, Metro Toy Drive is a nonprofit organization that raises toys and donations for children in need, focused on year-round operation. And we were originally Portland Metro Toy Drive when we first conceptualized, but now we are Metro Toy Drive to allow us to really do more in a greater geographic area.
And you moved pretty quickly on that. I mean, your organization has grown rather quickly, don't you think?
I think so. Yeah, we've done quite well.
Now you started out in the Portland area, but I understand you're going to be expanding up north a little bit, up into the Seattle area?
Yep, yes, that's true. Well, right now, our big toy drive is about to start on November the 15th.
Okay.
And that will run all the way to Christmas Day.
Wow.
And every single company-owned Starbucks store in Oregon and Southwest Washington.
Of which there are many.
Which there are many. There are many. People can donate to any of the Starbucks company stores between the 15th of November through the Christmas Day.
Nice.
Yeah, anywhere in Oregon and Southwest Washington, and we're there.
Nice. Well, and you said children in need. It's not just not children that maybe their families are having a tough time economically. It's other things too. Anybody that maybe just has a need for a special toy in their life to cheer them up? Is that kind
Absolutely.
of it?
It's not just economics. It could be medically related, personal loss. We really wanted to expand beyond that. Most toy drives usually just focus on the economic category around the holidays, so we want to do that and as much more as we could. So our organization is still relatively young, speaking. Yeah. So we're now running into our next full holiday season here, right around the corner, and I think we're going to do some pretty amazing things.
I have no doubt. Now, Michaela, you are the child hero. What does that mean? Or maybe you should tell me what that means.
Sure. The Child Hero pilot program, it's something that we created because what I've seen is toy drives are very effective at what they do. They raise toys and donations for people in need, and I asked myself, what can we do to make it bigger, better, and more effective for the community on a very personal level? And there are children out there who I believe, such as Michaela here, who want to help other children in need. And so we are in the midst of launching a program where children can start their own toy drive, promote it, and distribute toys effectively to other children in their own community.
Wow, that's amazing. Michaela, tell me, what do you do as a child hero? What kinds of things do you do for Metro Toy Drive? Do you go to events? Do they have any events you have to go to, or?
We had a birthday party not too long ago, right?
So it was your birthday party?
Yeah.
So people brought you gifts and you ate cake, or what?
Well, we had a box out, and some families put some toys in my box.
Oh, for the Metro Toy Drive. Yeah. Oh, so instead of just giving you presents, they're actually helping other kids too. Yeah. I bet that made you feel pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
That's nice.
We got 8 toys and 11 books.
Nice. I'm a big reader. I like books. But I like toys too, for that matter.
Me too.
Yeah. How old are you?
10.
10. So that was your 10th birthday, huh? Double digits. Big time. So, do you know, are there other things you're going to be doing as a child hero for Metro Toy Drive?
Well, I'm gonna see a Santa in a helicopter.
Ooh, I remember hearing about this from last year. Now, did you get to see him last year? Is this going to be your first? You did?
I think, yeah.
Okay, so Santa in a helicopter. That's a big deal,
Yeah, that's our annual Air Santa drop.
And that's on December 3rd.
Yes, it's on December 3rd. It's going to be at an Incredible John's Pizza Company in Beaverton, Oregon. It's a morning event.
Oh, in the morning. So they could do that and then go to the Gresham Spirit of Christmas, because that was the group we just talked to. That doesn't start till noon.
Absolutely.
You go.
Actually perfect.
That works out well.
Santa will be flying actually with one of our big supportive partners, Amy Roloff, and her Amy Roloff Charity Foundation.
Yes.
And so she'll be flying with Santa Claus.
She's quite a celebrity.
She is. She's terrific.
Have you met her?
Not yet.
Not yet.
So we're going to have that day on December 3rd, and Michaela's going to be there. She's going to invite her friends to join in the party to meet Santa, and it's actually going to be a breakfast with Santa Claus.
Fun.
So Amy will be there, Santa Claus, and some special folks. Well, it'll be an awesome time. It's a family fun center, really.
Good. So this is at John's Pizza, but you won't be having pizza for breakfast. I mean, I'd be totally fine with pizza for breakfast.
I would love to have pizza for breakfast.
How about you? Do you eat pizza? Would you eat pizza for breakfast?
Yeah, sometimes.
Me too. Yeah, anytime. Cold right out of the fridge. I'm good with that. See? Yeah, I knew I liked her. So, tell me, what else is going on? People want to go to this. This is a free event?
This event for the Santa on December 3rd, there will be an admission for it.
There is, okay.
Yeah, so to watch Santa Land, obviously that's open to the public. It's in a public space in the parking lot of
that's what I was talking about. Yeah. But then for the breakfast, that makes
for the
sense.
Breakfast,
you would pay for that, of course.
Yes, so you get an all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet, and you get a credit, a $10 credit to go and to play all the games, like arcade games, bumper cars, little mini roller coaster inside. So You get to hang out with Santa, have breakfast with Santa, get your pictures taken, and you get to play at the same time.
Good.
And you can even ride bumper cars and bump into Santa Claus. Be awesome.
Michaela, what are you looking forward to? What do you want to do the most? You want to see Santa land, or do you want to ride the bumper cars, or what sounds the most fun to you?
Bumper cars.
Bumper cars? Yeah. Violent tendencies coming out. We're going to boom, bash into each other. That's fun though, huh? Mm-hmm. So how did you get involved with this? Do you know, did your mom find out about it, or did you hear about it, or how did you get involved with Metro Toy Drive?
Well, my mom asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I said, I don't know. I have everything I need.
Really?
And she said, well, why don't you think about it? And so I thought about it after a couple days, and I said, I want a guitar.
A guitar?
Yeah.
Nice. Guitar's a good gift.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. So, you think you'll get a guitar?
I did.
You did? Oh, you did get one. You did. Okay. Well, and how did this come about? Was Metro Toy Drive involved in this?
With the guitar?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
What? How did this tie in with Metro Toy Drive then? How did you end up meeting we?
My mom asked me if I wanted to be in Metro Toy Drive.
Help out and get some toys for other kids that maybe don't
then,
have everything they need like you do.
Yeah, and we went to this restaurant, and we got to talk to each other.
Who did you talk to?
We.
Oh,
about the Metro Toy Drive.
Oh, okay. That's where you met, huh?
Yep, it was a great time. And what's going to happen for Michaela, and what she's helping us do, is her local Starbucks in Canby.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're from Canby. Okay, you're a little ways from home here, aren't you? A little bit.
They came out here, so it was really appreciated.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Canby Starbucks is going to help co-sponsor her toy drive.
Oh, wonderful.
Their location, she'll have her own custom toy basket with her sign, Michaela's toy basket.
Yeah. Nice. And I'll have a goal for 400 toys.
Wow.
Donate.
That would be great. That would be great. If you think you can do it? Have you been talking to your friends about this whole thing?
Well, kinda.
Kinda? It's about time to start talking to them, don't you think?
Yeah. But I can't really
too.
explain it to my friends.
Well,
get them to ride the bumper cars with you and hit them, and then tell them.
Yeah, there you go. I bet we could help explain to them what it's all about. I bet he can help you with that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It'll be great. In December, each week, Michaela and her family are going to visit their Starbucks and pick up the toys and then deliver them to organizations within their community in need. So they'll be involved from the collection point as well as distributing directly to those who need it.
That's great. I'm very impressed that you're doing this, Michaela, because I'm a firm believer that kids should learn to volunteer and to help out each other. Because, you know, as you grow up, you know, everybody has a time when they might need a little help from somebody, and you never know when it might be you. And even if you're lucky all your life and you don't need help from somebody else, I think it's our duty to help each other, don't you? Yeah, I'm very proud of you for doing that. That's wonderful. So what else do you have? What else do we have to look forward to with Metro Toy Drive?
Well, we are going to do a toy giveaway day on December 14th.
December 14th.
It's a Wednesday.
Okay.
So we had originally pushed the date out a little farther. We've kind of pushed it in closer now. So this date here is we're actually opening it up at our warehouse to all nonprofit organizations in the area. Can come by our warehouse and then basically pick up toys and bring it to the families that they never need it.
Wow, what a help for those nonprofits, especially the ones that have, you know, kind of been hit by the recession and don't have as many as they need.
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So if there's a nonprofit that's heard about this and wants to be involved in that, is this by invitation only, or can?
All they have to do is just contact us.
Okay.
You can visit our website and just on the contact form there, just send us a message saying, you know, we're a nonprofit organization here in the Portland metro area or whatever area that they're around here, and then we can just set up a time.
And I assume these are nonprofits that work with children that you're specifically
It could
looking
be
for.
hospitals or schools or shelters, and pretty much anything that's a charity that helps out kids. Absolutely.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
So
Wow.
I think it'll be terrific. That's the first time we're doing that, just opening up our doors saying, hey, come on in. And
that's a huge benefit. I mean, to the community. That's great.
And the vast majority of the toys are provided by Starbucks through all their stores that are collecting. They're delivering the day before.
Wow,
so
that's a big, big job. So do you need volunteers,
You know, right now we could always use additional help, but I think we got things rolling pretty well.
Good for you.
We planned it out a couple months ago, so everything's well streamlined.
So what do you need? Toys? Books?
Yeah, definitely.
Is that the main thing that we can help you with?
That would be terrific. Toys, books, visit any Starbucks to drop them off. It's so convenient, so easy.
They're everywhere. They're ubiquitous. It's like there's one in the Safeway, there's one down the street. Yeah.
It'll be awesome. You know, there's one thing I do want to share with you here that we're in the planning phase right now, and it's actually with Michaela's bear right here.
This is one cute bear.
And what's his name again?
Cookie. He's very, very soft. You're not going to leave him here with me, are you? Oh, no. You got your arm around him. I'm not going to get that away from her.
So it's a conceptual program right now, something on the lines of what we like to be able to do is for all the hospitals and the areas that we operate that have children, we would like to be able to provide a teddy bear to all the children who come to these hospitals or admitted. And we'd like to be a supplier of custom bears just for the child.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
And I think that's a program, we're still in planning, of course, but that's something that we're really excited about. Our Child Hero program, of course, is very awesome.
Yeah.
And this is something else that we want to follow up to it.
Great.
And we think it'd be great if our Child Heroes could deliver the bears to the kids.
That'd be wonderful. That would be a fun thing to do. Well, we're out of time, and I thank you both, Michaela and for being on the show tonight. You're doing a terrific job. As always, you're doing a wonderful job. So good luck this holiday season. I hope you collect lots and lots of toys. I have a feeling you're going to be a big success. So thanks for watching this segment of Community Hotline. Don't forget the holiday season is coming up, so go to your Starbucks, drop off a toy, drop off a book, or several, and help make some child's holiday a little better. And Metro Toy Drive does work all through the year, so if you're not able to do it this holiday season, they're still taking donations throughout the year, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Thanks for watching. I'm Monica Weitzel. This is Community Hotline. We'll see you next week.